Okay, so for 13b, we're going to talk about the Mersenne number. I did a Google search and it brings up prime and then this asteroid information. This is an asteroid that's currently going around Earth right now. It's called 8191 Mersenne, and it's discovered in 1993. It's on July the 20th, actually, by Eric Walter Elst at La Silla Observatory, according to www.angelfire.com/ID Evariste capital. I'll put that on the website. It was named after Mersenne because 8191, the number of the object discovered, is sequentially the fifth Mersenne prime. Here's the discovery of it, and it gives you the numbers. Sorry. This is what it looks like. Going around Earth. It seems to go around our equator, from east to west. You can see where the star signs are, where it shows up. So the right ascension is 7 hours, 35 minutes, 26 seconds. Declination is 22 degrees, 42 feet, and 3 inches. Okay, so it tells you what star systems is close by there. And this is www.wolframalpha.com, so WOLFRAM alpha ALPHA.com, and you can look it up there, or just Google the 8191 Mersenne, and you'll be able to look at this asteroid in the pictures I've got here. Okay, and so I googled the Flybridge Mersenne number because Flybridge comes up. Like it says 2 Flybridge. I was trying to find out what a 2 Flybridge was, and I couldn't find it on Wiki, but I did find this other stuff. This is really cool because this is some brand new technology that was found in 2010. It was created. It's called Decimation-in-frequency split-radix algorithm for computing. It's called NMNt. It's important with WIKI configuration of wireless connections on the fly network topology. Memory bridge that serves as a primary on-chip storage for pulse data. Sounds spacey, right? It's got, this is the guy's stuff here. Published Washington, D.C. That's the ISBN number. So it's a new 2010 theory that they've created. And I'll read it here. The new Mersenne number transform, NMNt, has proved to be an important number theoretic transform, NTT, for error-free calculations of convolutions and correlations. Its main feature is that for a suitable Mersenne prime number, P, the allowed power of 2 transform lengths can be very large. I figure you use lots of large numbers in outer space, so I thought maybe we can use this for outer space. In this paper, a new decimation-in-frequency split-radix algorithm for efficient computation of the 1-D NMNt is developed by deriving a general radix-based algorithm in finite fields modulo Mersenne numbers and applying the principles of the split-radix algorithm to the NMNt. The proposed algorithm possesses the in-place computation property, leading to substantial reductions in the number of multiplications and additions. The validity of the proposed algorithm is verified through examples involving numerical calculations of the forward and inverse transforms in digital filtering applications using both the 1-D NMNt and the developed algorithm. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll up here and show you all the stuff that we looked at in the last video. We were looking at linear systems, linear algebra, spherical geometry, a Mercer's point. That's what a Mercer's point is about. The Vedic mathematics sutras, ancient math equations. We also talked about Einstein's theory of general relativity and Euclidean space, Euclidean geometry, plane geometry, intersecting planes, Evariste Galois and his theory. We also talked about the Babylonians using the quadratic equations for their stuff. It was used for solving complicated mathematical problems. We talked about quadratic equations, learned about those. We talked about the functions and formulas, the Mersenne number, we looked at that, and all this stuff in line 13a. And this all comes back to this equation 371 in the WOW signal from 1977. And so I'm going to give you my thoughts on this whole section here. January 15, 2012, 3:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is now 4:06 p.m. As you know, I'm doing my research as I go along. I actually originally started working on this in December. This section here, I think, is from January 7th, was when I basically copied and pasted all the data and just plunked it into my OneNote here, and then I'm just going over the data now and trying to make heads and tails of what it's all about, okay? So line 13 is full of lots of mathematical equations and data, and frankly, I'm totally lost with it. That is the truth. It's taken me another hour or so to look up the WIKI definitions for most of the words on here. Most have to do with functions, algebra, and curves, binary numbers, the Mersenne's prime numbers, quadratic functions, and curves. I'm thinking this stuff is good for calculating stuff for physics of speed, spheres, and velocity. Not exactly sure. I did manage to find a new 2010 invention and some 17th century theories that have been currently updated within the past few years. The newest one is called the Decimation-in-frequency split-radix algorithm for computing new Mersenne number transform for NMNt. I also found an asteroid that is currently circling Earth called 8191 Mersenne 1993 OX to the power of 9, or to the whatever of 9, by Eric Walter Elst and Atlasilla Observatory. It was named after Mersenne because 8191, the number of the object discovered, is sequentially the fifth Mersenne prime. I am assuming that Euclidean plane geometry mathematics is used for calculations with airplanes and NASA space travel rockets and satellites. Of course, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's interesting that most of this mathematical data is all about things that began in the world of math. The early ancient math, which was converted at a later date by different people. Newton's mathematical equations, and in this case quadratic functions, come up several times in the SETI 1977 signal. Okay, and this is the idea girl. Again, if you want to follow the notes, you're going to go to this blog here. That's the title blog. I changed the title because I don't really blog about Victoria Stafford anymore. But it's still the Victoria Stafford, a psychic investigation.wordpress.com. And now I actually blog paranormal, UFO, ghost stories, and dreams. And at the moment we're doing the WOW signal, so I haven't actually changed the title, but maybe I should. Who knows, right? So I'll just give you an idea of what it looks like. You're going to have your title here, you're going to have all these tags, and then we're going to do the pictures from the research. And of course, I do a little bit more research after the video, because I want to add some new stuff on there for you to read. There's the video there, and then what we do is we go down, I give you my thoughts about the video, and I kind of copy and paste some of the notes I come up with, some of the quotes. And then I go into the notes section where I go piece by piece, every single thing that's come up with that equation. And there's the WOW thing there. And I highlight the links of every single blog I've gone to. There's some of them, if the line's like too big, it's got like 3 lines of stuff like my Google searches, I don't highlight those. All you have to do is just Google it yourself for the word. Just copy and paste the word from my blog, stick it on Google, and it'll bring up the information for you. Okay, so this is just, and there's about 100 videos for this series. At the moment we're at number 62, so we're just plugging along here. Okay?